Hey there, and welcome to the Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise Community Club Showcase Boil Sports. My name is Sheep Launcher. I'm here with Dijon Ketchup, and in this particular race, our runners have been given the chance to check out the spoiler log, cram as much information as they can in 15 minutes, and then go. Dijon, we're starting with a Cecil here, and that means when I'm looking at the spoiler log before my race, I'm looking for that crystal sword.
Absolutely, and I mean, they are definitely there. You can get, well, if you're just looking for, chests, Upper Babel's got a free one in a chest. Not even trap chest. It's not that Mad Ogre chest. It's just in a chest.
Well, this is the supermarket sweep spoiled sport flag. So shops are free and wild, and so that means good stuff like crystal swords are available for free. And in this particular case, they're in Kaipo. So we can expect our runners to head there right away. Adamant armors for sale in the Troya armor shop. This is pretty incredible stuff. So our runners are trying to get as much of that information in as they can. And they know, they know that they'll be able to get some really good stuff early and plan out a route accordingly.
Yeah, and speaking of Kaipo, it's pretty loaded. Not only with those crystal swords, but you've also got a Leviathan summon if you wanted one of those, and there's also ninja shirts. There's definitely an edge in this seed.
Yes, there's an edge right on Mount Ordeals. There aren't any Excaliburs for sale, and no Drain Spears either, so the amount of things he can dart are a little bit limited, but the runners know that with that Cecil, with a second character, Fusoya, they'll be able to take care of things very easily early on. There are 4 objectives. Our runners have to complete 3 of them. Conquer the Vanilla Masamune altar, raise the big whale, defeat the Dark Elf, liberate Baron Castle. And I've got bad news for everybody. Dark Elf probably not going to be defeated tonight.
Yeah.
Dark Elf at CPU.
Not only that, it's behind Golbez at Elements. And there's no J items for sale, so if you want a Star Veil for that fight, there's like 2 of them that I have seen so far in chests. There might be another 1 or 2, but that's about it. So
yeah, the spoiler log for this race has been posted in chat. You can access it yourself. Go ahead and post in chat any cool things you find along the way that you think we need to know about, that you think our runners are going to be paying attention to. Our runners are Pyre and Lord Bob Bree, 2 very good, very experienced runners. They know how to pour over things. And Dijon, if you were them, what kind of strategy would you have just with your perusal of the spoiler log so far?
Well, I mean, like as mentioned earlier, we've got a Cecil start, so we want to do ordeals pretty early. And, on the way up ordeals, you're gonna find we've got the free characters flag on, or rather the no free characters flag off. Tomato, I guess. And that edge is right there on Mount Ordeals, so you've got a pretty good character right there on the way. And of course, you can level up a bit with, say, Antlion, Cave. You've got elements there, which is not super threatening in that spot.
Yeah, and that Antlion gives you a vanilla Sand Ruby. The Sand Ruby character is Rosa, so that's your white mage right there, in addition to the Fusoya. And our runners are underway. We're glad you're with us.
Yeah, And other places good to go early is Watery Pass character is a Kane. And, Damsian, your free character there, is Iridia. Like we said, there's Leviathan summon pretty easily available, and Kaipo in the shop. Or early Anchor, Plus, there's some pretty good items in Watery Pass as well. What did I see that was in there?
Yeah, definitely an adamant armor in Watery
Yeah.
Pass. But they're for free in a shop anyway.
Yeah.
Kainatsu handed us the Twin Harp. Twin Harp, we know, gets us the Magma Key. There is a free hook. The free key item that Edward is holding in the bed is the Magma Key. Or it is the hook. So our runners will have a little bit of a choice. Do you want to go through Cave Magnus to get the Magma Key, or do you want to fight through the hook route, which in this case is Asura and Wyvern?
Are definitely a pair of bosses.
Pyre went into Kaipo Weapon Shop and picked up the Masamune. I thought the Kaipo Weapon Shop had Crystal Sword. Kaipo Weapon Shop had Crystal Sword, yes.
Yeah, Kaipo.
Pyre went to Mist. Lord Bob Bree picks up those Crystal Swords.
Speaking of Mist, there's a Mist opportunity for the shuffling, because the demist position in the Cave of Mist is where you're going to find your free King Queen Evelyn. So it's a bit of a bummer.
Or maybe you love to see it.
Oh, and so some more bad news. That Fusoya we got at the beginning. Sheep, why don't you tell us what the 13th and final boss needed to defeat him will unlock for him?
Yeah, so the spoiler log contains all of Fu's spells that he learns in order, and the last 3 spells you learn to get Fu to full power: Cure 4, Virus, and Nuke.
So yeah, those are
those are fairly important.
Yeah.
And next to last is weak, so the giant grind not going to be readily accessible.
Nope. And there's only one Tella, and guess where he's at?
And Lord Bob Bree picked up a curse ring in the City Armor Shop. Sorry about that. Tella is at the end of the giant. Sorry to...
No worries. So hey, I mean, you can do that 3rd objective and then take Tella to go level up, even though you've already been high enough level to beat the giant.
Now, I know Pyre went to Troya. Lord Bob Bree has not been there yet. I think Pyre picked up adamant armors. I hope he did. He sure did.
Yeah.
Pyre's ready to go. Doesn't even waste time equipping anybody else. This edge is going to carry Pyre through. Lord Bob Bree, meanwhile, also on Mount Ordeals, also equipping that edge.
Yeah, and this first boss slot, is your it's gonna give you a bit of a XP injection, because we're fighting the gauntlet.
Yeah, not much of one, considering the spot, but both of these runners are really counting on Crystal Sword Cecil to carry them through, because they are willingly facing the gauntlet. Lord Bob Bree did take this opportunity to get a couple more to get one more character to get experience on. So, wanted that Porum right away. Picked up the Porum from Mysidia along with Young. Told Young to hit the bricks, but wants the White Mage on his team.
Sucks, hit the bricks.
Meanwhile, Pyre rocking the four-member party. We'll see who Pyre wants to pick for his 5th character when the time comes. While they're going through the gauntlet, I want to thank our tracker, Tybalt, for keeping track of our runners going a million miles an hour, and our restreamer Gambit017. Thank you both.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, our back attack demons here are not going to be a bonus round because free key item from Edward means Rydia's mom has nothing.
Yep, just a regular boss in this. The Mount Ordeal's item is going to be an Adamant, which will be a key item for our runners, but not much else. They already have the Crystal Sword, they don't need anything else. And the boss in the changing room is a Pale Dick. No big deal.
Yeah. Now, getting an Adamant here, does that count as French vanilla?
Yeah, I think it does. I think that qualifies. And there is quite a bit of vanilla in this scene. The Pyre Cecil is online. Lord Bob Bree will be following in a moment. And this is what I've always wondered. How does Mist fall?
Well, heat rises. So
I guess Mist falling would be like fog?
Mist is Mist. When I think of Mist, I think of it being like cooler. So like it falls.
Right.
Mist is an ice type move in Pokemon, so.
My favorite Pokemon is Cheat Ball. Cheat Ball! But this stack of Masamune is really slicing and dicing for our runners. With Edge just darting them at everybody.
It slices, it dices. But wait, there's more.
Act now. And Pyre looks like is going to head back up to Troya and going to go right into Cave Magnus. Get that Magnet Key.
Yeah. Definitely the preferable route downstairs.
So, once Pyre gets underground, Pyre will have to get the Baron Key to liberate Baron Castle, and have to get the Darkness Crystal. And both of them have a little bit of a chain going on. The Baron Key is in the Cannon Room. The Tower Key is vanilla at the top of the Tower of Babel. Meanwhile, the Darkness Crystal, also vanilla, in the Sealed Cave. And to get the Luca Key, you have to turn in the pan to Sheila. And you get the pan from the free chest in the Feymarch. So even though our runners know what they have to do, there's still going to be a little bit of running around.
Yeah. But, the good news is when you get that pan, when you the first item you get for talking to Sheila is a pink tail, which, yeah, you can trade it for an adamant armor, but we've already got plenty of those. But it is one more towards the ever important 10 key items.
Also important is listening to Eddie sing us a tune, or play us a tune, anyway.
Play us a tune, you're the harp man.
That was a lovely rendition of Secret of Mana Song.
Yeah. And Edge just throwing things at the wall to see what sticks. And the answer is defense swords.
they stick real bad. Lord Bob Bree did something interesting while the music was playing. Went into Evelyn Castle, got himself an Avenger. And then he also went to Troya, got his stack of adamant armors, defense swords, and picked up the hook from Eddie, which Pyre did not do. And now Lord Bob Bree is heading into Cave Magnus to get his Magna Key as well. Now, what do you think of fighting those black cats to get that Avenger, Dijon?
I mean, Avengers are very useful. Especially when you've got a Crystal Sword Cecil and you've also got a Kane in tow. It's not a bad play. And it's showing a bit of a different strategy between Lord Bob Bree and Pyre, where we see Pyre mostly throwing things with Edge, and it seems as if Lord Bob Bree is gonna be relying on probably the Avenger glitch.
Yeah, I'll have something else to say about that after the music, but let's hear another rendition of Eddie playing us a song. And Lord Bob Breed takes care of that wall in short order. So here's what I was thinking, Dijon, and you tell me if I'm off base here. The Avenger is really the only way to berserk all these fighters you have, because you're got adamant armors for all of them. Regular berserk spells aren't going to work when somebody has an adamant armor on.
Correct.
And there are no Bacchuses for sale, so they're going to be tough to find. So an Avenger might be a really important tool here.
Indeed. And, aside from the one that Lord Bobbery just got, there is someone... getting chat saying that adamant armor does allow you to cast Berserk. It's just crystal armor that doesn't let you.
I apologize for the error.
But regardless,
It sounded
Avenger
good.
Sword. Avenger Sword's still pretty good. You've got your Avenger glitch that'll allow you to use your Crystal Sword stats, but still get the Avenger Berserk pretty easily. And yeah, besides the one that Lord Bobbery got, there is another one. And it is completely free, no chest. Or in a chest, but no, like, monster in the chest. In the Sylvan Cave. So,
There you go.
having two of those for your Cecil and your Kane would be great. And, I mean, you gotta go through the cave anyway if you wanna talk to Yang.
Yeah, although the with just the volume of information that our runners have to digest early on,
Right.
Sylph Cave has just a ton of chests. It's not always easy to tell from the spoiler log where they are. And there's something you can't learn from the spoiler log. Lord Bob Breed tells us the job dwarf is a lathe operator. Lathe! Fire, meanwhile, went to the top of the tower, knows that the tower key is up there, took care of those D-Lunars with frightening speed, frankly. And will take care of this water hag in short order. And he has the opportunity to get his inventory in order. Meanwhile, Lord Bob Bree, a little bit of divergence, going to go after that pan first.
Of course, don't even need to go down and check on who's waiting in the King and Queen spot.
No, you know that already.
Exactly. Me,
You know it's the Baron Guards and Octomam who are married.
Yep. But unless you want a defense sword or a Masamune, no reason to fight them.
Right. And those are both available for free in Overworld shops.
And in fact, I'm pretty sure Pyre has both.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure Lord Bob Bree does as well. But Bob is going to whack Young on the head with that pan. Get I believe, a Dragoon helm?
Here.
Spear.
Which is pretty good equipment if you
Yeah.
for Kane if you're fighting dragons.
So, you know your path to get the crystal, and then once you get the crystal, you do still have to face Zoromes at the end. What are you thinking for a grind here?
I don't know. With no J items in shops, you can't just buy a stack of sirens. but you do have an edge, and don't quote me on this because I could be missing a flag, but I believe Edge could steal sirens in the tower.
I believe you're correct. Although Pyre didn't seem to be interested in that. Pyre just went up the tower and then left without sneaking anything.
We'd go and grab that Bacchus wine, though.
Good thinking there. Every Bacchus wine is going to be crucial.
But there is always the possibility that, depending on how levels shake out towards the end, Pyre could go back into the tower and steal some sirens. It's not... There's a few of those trap chests that are easy to find.
Yes, and it's not that far out of the way. Although, the fact that he didn't do it while he was in the neighborhood already leads me to think that there might be something else going on. We'll see.
Alright, but as we said earlier, you need to defeat 12 bosses for Fusoya to learn Weak. And the only Tella in this seed is at the end of the Giant. So, D-Machine is pretty much off the table.
Right. Now, I did notice something interesting. Pyre stopped in the Aggert item shop, and there were 3 things for sale. There was a Bahamut summon, not interested. There were life potions. He picked up a stack of that. And there was the pass. And Pyre did not get it, even though it was free. So I think Pyre is thinking moon or bust here. Going to get the darkness crystal, raise the big whale, and then never come back down to the blue planet.
Yeah, I'd say he's planning to do the vanilla Masamune altar last. Which, I mean, is definitely not a bad plan. But
And Pyre picked up his Pinktail and Luca key.
now, granted, it might have been a good idea for him to grab the free pass, just in case something doesn't go according to plan, but that also puts him one spot closer to the dreaded inventory boss.
Right, and it wastes pixels. You gotta save the frames.
This isn't Metroid.
And so Pyre unlocks the sewer, gonna take care of Baron right here. And so Pyre at the moment has 8 key items. Gonna get one more once he defeats, once he liberates Baron here. And then we'll get 10 with that darkness crystal.
Well, technically 11 because you get the pink tail first. Or, oh no, he already got it, never mind.
And this Kainatsu is going to get blasted.
Pyre's still only at 4 characters. And by the end of this, well, the character at the end of Baron Castle is gonna be another Fusoya.
And I think I don't think Pyre would appreciate another Fusoya as much as maybe an Anchor. So there is a level 1 Rydia waiting for him at Dampian. We'll see which direction he's thinking.
Right.
Dark Imps on the throne. Never had a chance. Unfortunately, it's for Pyre, it's not the Dark Elf.
Yeah. Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man.jpg.
Mop recognize Mop. And Lord Bob Bree going to liberate Baron. On his way down. So with absolute power overwhelming, with free crystal swords, with free adamant armors, Pyre is the first to complete an objective at 27 minutes. I don't know, you think they're just wasting too much time looking for big shiny things?
Well, you can also look at it as you get all the shiny things you can first, and then just wipe out those objectives one right after the other.
Yeah, once the dominoes are going to fall like a house of cards.
Checkmate.
And Pyre going into Steel Cave, I did see a suggestion that Pyre might think of about grinding using doors on the way down. We'll see if that's on his mind. Doors can be an effective grind, and with adamant armors, they're free. The problem is, going into the menu each time, it's a little bit slow.
And it looks like Pyre gonna skip that door grind. Gambit pointing out Darkness Crystal would be the 10th key item, so maybe doors on the way out.
That's a possibility. There aren't as many as there are coming in, but there could still be enough. So who is the boss here? I already forgot. It's the dolls.
Ah, yes.
So, Pyre gets his 10th key item. Bit unfortunate that from an EXP standpoint, that the boss is the dolls. Here with 10 key items. And then Lord Bob Bree will have a similar dilemma, except he's at 8 key items right now, but he's going to get his 9th and 10th when he goes to talk to Sheila. Now this is my... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it looks like Fu has already got Wake, so that made short work of the dolls.
Very nice. This is my favorite way to single diff Fabul, is to just go talk to Sheila and not even defend it. Pyre warping out. Skip past the one door, so I think Pyre's going to leave these doors closed for now.
It would appear that way.
The doors are not going to chance to say, "Come on, baby, light my pyre."
So, Lord Bobry and Pyre, crossing paths.
They've
Lord
been doing quite
Bobry,
a bit of that. A lot of high-fiving.
yeah,
Pyre's been a step ahead, you'd say, for most of the game.
yeah.
But Pyre headed to the Tower of Wishes, gonna raise that big whale.
And I think a part of Pyre being ahead is Lord Bobry taking that detour for the Avenger.
Yeah, it hasn't made up any time for him yet. Although Bob did make up a little bit of time elsewhere. Only went to Troya once. But yeah, I think the Avenger fight really is the bulk of the difference in this one.
So we've got Pyre with his second achievement, raising the big whale, and now he's going to the moon. Doesn't have the pass, so probably planning to make the big walk from the Masamune altar to Zoromes.
Pyre will encounter the moon character, which is a Sid.
You know, typical, thing you'd find on the moon.
Sure. Well, isn't a moon engineer just an astronaut?
That sounds about right.
Meanwhile, Lord Bobry's Boo, I don't think knows Quake yet. Oh, there it is. It took a long time to cast.
Yeah, I think Lord Bobry, instead of passing to get to the Foo and then just waiting, had Cecil avenging and Edge used the flame. But I did see that Fusoya may not have nuke, but he now has Meteo.
Swag Meteo time. Pyre, meanwhile, on a beeline toward the bottom of the lunar submarine, toward that Masamune altar. He's going to encounter Mylon and friends down there. And with a crystal sword, Adam and Cecil, just a hot knife through butter.
Yeah.
And then he might have enough for Z, just based on equipment alone.
Oh, cursing one of those Fusoyas.
Yeah, not even picking up another agility anchor. Just gonna curse a Fu.
Well, Fu does have, like, a base, 20 agility, I think?
Yeah.
So, bring him down to 5. That's not too far from what you would get from picking up a different anchor. Of course, do we think Pyre's gonna go back and save, or is he just gonna completely swag walk after fighting Mylon and friends?
This whole seed has just been trivial for him so far, where it doesn't even seem like it's been all that much of a challenge. I don't see a reason why he shouldn't swag walk. There are other racers in this race. There are, I believe, 5 racers overall. None have finished yet, so if Pyre is thinking of stealing a first place, yeah, the swag walk might be the way to do it.
Yeah, between the darting and well, never mind. I was gonna say the Berserk Cecil, both going after Mylon. You gotta be kind of careful, because if you end up accidentally defeating him before that last zombie, it can do some serious damage.
Yeah. At the Ogopogo spot is where those zombies can really hurt. Although, with adamants on everybody, even that is limited.
Yeah. Oh, Mylon's body.
And Bob also ditches that Sid. His party's set. And I don't think Bob even went to the item shop in Agate. So Bob also thinking the moon is his final destination.
I do like those movies. Also, is this French Vanilla getting the Murasame from the Masamune altar?
I think this seed just exists to confuse me.
Okay. We got swag walk.
Yep, Pyre not even going back. He's gonna swag. We got some flags, maybe? Flag swag?
I think we went too fast for the flags.
Well, Dijon, Pyre is not wasting any time, and I guess we shouldn't waste any time either. Do it, Rockapella.
Where in the world is Z's butt?
Well, it's right here.
Okay.
We can't move it.
What is it?
What in the world is Z dressed up as?
Something like that. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. There's only so much you can do.
Right. So, yeah, we don't even know what Z is because it's not in the spoiler log.
No, that's one of the things we can't know. So this is a surprise to everyone. And it's Zoromes 12.
Indeed. It is Zoromes from Final Fantasy 12. And also Record Keeper. So saith Scala, who would be the one to know these things.
Yes.
She makes most of them.
So, Pyre has a pile of elixirs, but does not have Cure 4 on those foods. Cure 4, along with Nuke, was the last on Fu's spell list. So, if Z gets a couple of gets a high roll here, this could get a little bit tricky.
Yeah, those are some low HPs.
This Big Bang is nerfed, but those HPs still too low to be comfortable, at least for me.
Yeah, I'd be a little hesitant.
But Cecil and Kane are swinging. Edge is darting.
And you got Fusoya just barely keeping up with the Cure 3s.
Throwing that elixir on Fu, refill that Fu's MP. And the biggest difference between Cure 3 and Cure 4 is just the casting time. Cure 4 is just about instantaneous. Cure 3 takes a long time, and it's also less efficient per MP.
Lord Bobry defeating Mylon and about to get his crystal.
Let's see if he swags walks as well.
Oh, those are some rocks. So I think it's fine on Pyre's side.
Yep, he's just about there, and there it is.
GG's.
And Pyre finishes in second place with a time of 42:04, just beaten the line by X Pancras, who comes in first place tonight with a time of 42:02. GG's.
Dang. Yeah, those, the Crystal Sword and those darted defense swords put out the damage. Like, those were not small numbers.
No.
Those were big numbers.
And what a close finish. Just beaten to the line by X Pancras. Pyre going to decline an interview tonight, but he played a heck of a race, just took in all that information and made mincemeat out of the seed, which is what we want to do in Spoil Sports.
Absolutely. And we're just in time to see Lord Bobry taking on Zoromes 12.
Yes, should be equally as interesting. Lord Bobry does have a Porum with even less HP. Otherwise, a similar strategy. Gonna Zerk Cecil and Kane, dart with Edge, and keep up with the curing from Porum and Fusoya.
Yeah. Presumably Cecil gonna be putting on the Avenger.
When he does that, he'll miss the first time, I believe. He'll hit it, yeah.
I think it varies depending on how long you wait after the transformation. For me, it seems to be once the name changes in the menu there is when it seems to be safe to change. That's just my experience, though.
Right. Question in chat, is Porum cursed? Yes, Porum has a curse ring on.
Oh yeah, that is a small nuke onto Busol right there.
Yeah, not an issue at all.
Oh, what is Edge darting?
That was a small number from Edge.
Yeah, that was half of what was being done by Pyre's Edge. I don't know if it's a levels thing or... Oh, he's darting Massas. He's not darting defense ones.
Yeah. So, the dart is pretty much based on one stat, and that is the attack power of the particular weapon. And the Masa is... it's just not as high as the defense sword.
Hitting similar numbers out of the Cecil and Kane, though. 7.
It's possible Bob might see a second Big Bang here. He's going to try and nuke that. Or nerf that, I should say.
Kane. Not. Oh, okay. Got the elixir off in time. Yeah, there's no silk web, so. Or Bobbery trying to slow down Zoromes. Normally the silk web does 2 stacks of slow.
Right, I don't even know if there were any. I don't remember seeing any silk webs available. There weren't any in shops.
No, it's J items. Oh, did we? Okay. So that was pretty nerfed, but Cecil got the 1-2 punch there.
Yeah, that Cecil's down, and then compounded by the fact that Edge tried to throw an elixir on him, but Bob gets the chance to recover.
Just fine.
Yeah, that Cecil's red as rain.
That's, well, it's getting nuked again, but... Ooh, that's...
That was not a small number.
That was a big number.
Have you been using the internet irresponsibly?
His most of him. Well, we've got rocks.
Ooh. Wow. The fact that he was alive a second ago.
It looks up to... Looks like it might be up to Kane.
Ooh, Edge with the dodge.
Nice. That is a good dodge.
That was a nice dodge. To help Bob get out of dodge.
Nah.
It's hitting at least one of them.
Oh.
It hits both.
Ooh.
Alright. It's edge of the seat time here.
Oh, that's a good dodge.
Another clutch dodge.
And another. That Edge is just...
Yeah, I mean, are you...
the self, dodging all these rocks.
Is this Edge a used car lot? Because it has a lot of dodges.
There is the win.
Bob Reed does it and finishes in 3rd place with a time of 48:48. GG's to Bob. We'll see if we can get him in for an interview.
$5 gets you the whole seat, but you'll only need the Edge.
Edge does it by himself, and we are joined by Lord Bob Bree, our 3rd place finisher. GG's. So that was quite a Z fight at the end there.
Yeah, it didn't end quite like I was planning there. At least Edge is nice and dodgy.
Yep.
So, what was your first thought when you opened up the spoiler log for this one?
Oh, my first thought is always finding what I need, which in this case was basically finding the darkness crystal that was available. The objectives, I mean. And then, yeah. Then hoping I can find something good. Adamant's right in the good place to get them.
And crystal swords, too.
That too, yeah. I miscounted my key items. I'm planning I didn't need to pick up that hook for a 10.
No, that did turn out to be a little bit superfluous. Did you ever give any serious thought to doing the hook route instead of doing that magma key that was behind Twin Heart?
I did, but I figured at best it would probably just be a wash on time. But with the wyvern down there, so I figured that I'd just take the harp seed and get the music at least.
Well, the music is popular.
I know we sure appreciate it. So, what did you think when you saw the Dark Elf at CPU?
I considered doing it, but we're getting the Baron key, but I wasn't really sure about time-wise. I don't know. Thinking about it, maybe it would have been faster to just do Giant rather than go through all that to get the key and do Baron.
Yeah, the problem with the Giant we saw was that obnoxious Golbez in the element spot.
Yeah.
Alright, I forgot about him.
That would not have been a fun way to be surprised. So I guess just a philosophical question on the Spoil Sports club. What do you like about it? What's kind of appealing to being able to route and know the information you need to kind of demolish a seed like this?
The big thing is just taking away all the randomness about where you might check or about maybe checking bad places or going off on a bad rabbit hole or anything like that. You always have under your power to go exactly where you want to go. Plus, it's kind of fun just looking ahead and figuring out exactly just the minimum of what you want to finish things.
John, you have any other questions for Lord Bob Bree?
Not really.
I just wanted to ask one more thing. Have you gotten a chance to look at the flags for next week's Spoil Sports Club yet?
I did not know they were all already available.
Yeah, Baka Shinobi posted them, I believe, already in the Discord. And it's going to be the Fusoya Uncursed Hero of Wario Land.
Alright, that should be an interesting one.
Yeah, where you start with Fu every time. It should be a lot of fun. So, looking forward to seeing you tackle that next time on the club.
I do look forward to trying that out.
All right, Bob, anything else you wanted to say about the seed before we let you go?
No, I don't believe so.
Well, GG's, congratulations on your third place finish.
Thank you.
And as we mentioned, the next Spoil Sports broadcast will have new flags. It'll be Fusoya in Wario Land, where it's a vanilla Fusoya, but the hero flag is on.
So, you start with them, but you only get one of them. And there's no cursed rings. So, you can't drop his agility.
Yeah, so that'll be very interesting. So join us again at that time. I do want to remind you that free Enterprise channel tomorrow has the Enterprise Legacy race at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, North American time. That'll be a whole lot of fun. Want to thank our restreamer, Gambit017, for rolling this wonderfully fun Fast Seed. Want to thank our tracker, Tybalt, and thank you, Dijon Ketchup. This was a whole lot of fun as always.
Yeah, and thank you, Sheep Launcher.